Hi, Valerie. She's out here on LinkedIn and she says, if you have inner and outer rings, is it important to have paths into the inner rings? Are the rings a hierarchy or just a way to organize around different needs and interests? How much of the purpose is about progressing through the rings versus meeting everyone where they are? So yeah, that's a really great question. Valerie's
Oh
wanting to get
man.
into the details. She wants
Right.
some
Well, Valerie, you were asking all the right questions. And just to give you confidence, that's actually a whole chapter in the book. And so I have taken time to address that. Not
Yep.
only is it important that there's a path to get into the rings, it's
Rings.
important that we have people called elders that help people cross through those ring boundaries. And we call them gatekeepers. Everyone listening, I'm guessing, has been to a spiritual organization or a professional organization or a sport organization. You showed up to find out, do I like it? Do I fit here? Look, I'm into biking, but I'm not into like hardcore biking, or I'm only into hardcore biking, or can you learn to bike in this? Like whatever it is.
Yeah.
And like, we just don't know how you get in, and we don't know who's doing what and if I fit, right? I've talked to so many religious organizations, churches, that wring their hands because young families aren't joining. And the first questions I ask, well, if you're a young family and you show up, who's the person who knows they're going to help them get connected? They're going to cross the boundary from visitor to, we would say, novice. And if your organization doesn't know who those people are, we don't know who visitors need to meet to find out this is what the schedule looks like, and this is, how you should be prepared if you're going to bike with us or put your kids in Sunday school, then how do you think the visitors know?
Right.
And the rings are not there just keep people out because you're a snob. The rings are, as a boundary, on shared value and purpose. If Charles isn't interested in creating conferences of over 500 people internationally and building 20 years of experience, then you shouldn't be at this event, Charles. It's not because you're a bad person, but you're not committing decades of your life and you're not planning to create events of over 500 people.
Right.
And if you are, then we can talk about if there's a ring for you. So there are both segments and then there are inner rings. So we'll just pick a biking group because it's easy. Most people have seen a bike. There may be a mountain bike group. There may be a road racing group. There may be a beach cruising bike group.
I was going to say beach cruiser. I'm dealing with the shore over here in New Jersey. So
yeah. And if what I need to worry about is having enough wet wipes for my kids when our family goes on a beach cruise, maybe I shouldn't be in the mountain biking group that's talking about a multi-day trek across the Rocky Mountain. Doesn't mean I'm bad. Doesn't mean they're better than me. It's like you're worried about wet wipes and bathroom stops, and we're talking about how do we get gear that's going to keep us alive in an accident, right? So that would be a segmenting. And then inner rings are not there to just let people lord over how they like each other. Inner rings are a representation of maturation. So let's say I want to do mountain biking in the Rockies. Well, maybe I should learn just the basic safety navigation. And then once I'm up for that, then maybe I'm okay for a full day ride with groups of more experience. And then after that, maybe we can talk about multi-day. And then after that, maybe we can talk about winter, right? But Charles, if you don't know how to keep yourself safe and what safety equipment you need, then we're not going to take you on a winter multi-day biking trip. Now, the people who run these inner rings, we call them elders, right? They have more wisdom and knowledge, and they share the values of, in this case, outdoor adventure. They're not there to congratulate themselves with their inner rings. As we mature in inner ring progression, our expansion, we expand our concern for others. So when I show up to learn mountain biking, I want to learn to mountain bike. I want to have a good time. I want to stay safe. If I'm running the Berkeley Mountain Group Club, I better be concerned, is everybody joining me safe? Are they not getting lost? Do they have the right equipment? Do they know where we're going to meet? And then if I'm going to be teaching multi-day mountain biking adventures, I better be concerned about everybody in the trail, everybody who's on the mountain and may need safety equipment. So as I mature in the inner rings, my concern for people expands, and now I'm contributing. I'm teaching people, how do you bandage wounds in the mountains? I teach them, how do you make sure that you get to safety if you get lost? So yes, segments and inner rings, and they reflect a pattern of maturation. And if we want people to join inner rings and make them more fun, then we need to make sure that some of our elders understand their gatekeepers to invite people on the inside.
So good. It's so good. I love this. And I hope, I bet Valerie's out there saying, yes, yes, yes. I really, honestly, excellent stuff. And it does make you think a little bit more strategically about how are we cultivating these really important relationships so that people know if it, like, how do you know if you're an elder and how you can help in the best possible way? I love that we have language for this. I love that we have a way to discuss this.